All right, and we're back with another episode of B-Scar TV. Beej and Deej. Back
Beej
on the
and
mic.
Deej.
Back on the mic.
And Deej. We're back. We're here.
Deej, you got another background behind you.
Yep.
It looks like it's abstract art this time.
Yeah, man, it's a little different this time. I switched it up. I got one of my plants in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a plant dad. I see,
Same.
as are you. You
Same.
got some different. I got some easy plants, and I got a couple like snake plants and stuff. You got some stuff. I feel like you're putting work in over there.
No, yeah, bro. I got diversity. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion with my plants around here. The treehouse is crazy. Congratulations, Deej. Coming off week 5, a victory over the Arizona Cardinals, 34-20.
Much needed.
Some points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking Joe was slanging that thing around.
Nice to be back.
Jamar Chase, 7-11, always open.
Always.
15 catches, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was balling. And Grave Dave, Deej, made his way on that stat sheet. 3 tackles and a QB hit.
Hey, man, it was a good day.
Come on.
I wish he would have went down, though. He didn't go down, bro. He's like a quarter inch from the ground. I'm like, come on, Josh Dobbs. He's strong as hell. I was like, damn.
Did you think that he was down at first? You thought you had the sack?
I thought when I hit him, he was like instantly gonna go down. Like, bro, kind of strong. Like, it really took me by surprise. Like, I grabbed him, and like I'm doing like one of these. I'm like, damn, all right, bro. Like, come on, bro. He could have gave me that sack. Then he like almost threw it behind the line of scrimmage, trying to get the ball away, but he got it away. I don't really understand the quarterback sometimes, man, because I watch them give sacks to other guys, but I feel like when it's me, I never get that grace.
Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw, man. Like when a quarterback makes a worse off decision by trying to throw the ball, if you'd have been better off to just take the sack and you're the one that's sacking him, like that is the worst luck as a defensive lineman you could possibly have.
Bro, it's crazy. And then I'll go through like, you know, they have like the tapes that you can see, like the sack tapes, all the sacks in the league. I'll like watch the sack tapes on Mondays and see like what some people got away with. And I'm like, this never happens. Like it's never happened once where they don't block me, Scar. Actually, you know what? It did. Tennessee game, you know what happened? Defensive hold and got my sack taken away. That got two guys split.
Wow.
Split away, went away. I was like, oh, what I've been praying for my whole time. And then I had to say, ha, big guy, you're trying to play with me. You keep me humble.
Yeah. But I think they said it in the Bible, man. The humble of heart will be rewarded. Something like that. You're going to be rewarded on the back end.
Just got to keep working, bro. Just keep working.
Keep working. I mean, you guys are after a rough start. You're rattling off some victories now. What do you think the difference is as you've been winning these games?
I think guys just, we got a lot of young guys. Guys get more confident and just, especially on our end, on defense, just honing them on little things like making tackles, those type of things. And then those young guys we got in the back end just understand the league more. I know the league's tough, especially in our defense. At the beginning on the back end, like those guys got to be smart. They got to understand certain things we're doing with coverages, stuff like that. And I think they're getting more comfortable, more game experiences. And I wouldn't say it's all the way slowed down for them, but they understand the reason or why they're doing things now. So I think that's helping out a lot on our end.
Right, no doubt. And it seems like the team is also starting to play with some confidence and some swagger. Yeah. The leaders on the team, Jamar Chase with the 7-11, he's always open. Yeah. And then Joe being asked about it in the press conferences saying he's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's contagious on the squad.
For sure. And I think it's tough when those guys aren't doing the things they want to do necessarily. And everybody knows how special they are. Like, I think it's tough and everybody feels that energy. You can say week to week, no, I don't feel it. No, I don't feel it. But everybody's sitting on the side like, they're going to make a play eventually. And then, this week it popped. They made them. And so, everybody feels that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You love when your team starts talking a little shit.
Yeah, you got to.
And another team that's playing with some swagger right now is the San Francisco 49ers.
It's a
and
fact.
they had that big win over the Cowboys. And there's some shit talking going on there too. George Kittle, after a score, lifted up the shirt. The undershirt is a fuck Dallas. He took it there. He took it there. He's been responded to. Michael Parsons is like, yo,
Has
okay,
he?
you just made it personal.
I haven't seen the responses he's put up,
It was a
but
response.
I love the energy. And I might love it. I'm coming off 2 years of playing with Eli Apple. So I'm fresh off. Like, I loved it. And I got young guys in my locker room. You should hear it. You should hear how these guys talk over ping pong. So, so I love it. 10K. George Kittle's got plenty of money. He all right. He got plenty of money. It's worth it. But I love the energy, man. To back it up, shit. You gonna ride with your guys, and I can't blame them, man. And if it's F Dallas and we in Dallas this week, it's F Dallas, and F whoever it is the next week, wherever we gotta go.
No doubt. Are you a shit talker?
I am,
Or are you
but
more or are you an observer of the shit talking on the field?
I am a shit talker, but as we discussed off camera earlier, I go like too far sometimes. I'm like, I don't know. I get it just goes. It's just a
Yeah.
little outrageous. It
It just
turns into
starts
almost.
getting weird.
It not even weird. It just get hella personal off rip. Like, I'm not that person, but like I do have some funnier encounters. I think I have funnier encounters than I do like more so just straight up shit talking. Like, I was running off the field one time. This is like last year, the year before, and I was tired as shit. I was tired, bro, breathing heavy. I done did the last tap. I gotta come out. Like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta get out of here. I'm running to the sideline. Miko Hardman's over there. You know, he's all in shape and shit. He's sitting there, hands on his hips. I just see him smacking his teeth. Come on, big guy. I know you ain't tired. Dude, I couldn't say nothing in that moment. But it was one of those moments when you passing somebody and like I wanted to strangle him. Like, I wanted to reach out and grab Buddy by the neck because it pissed me off because I was dead ass tired. I ain't been, and it was just one of those moments, bro, that just really made me mad. But it was funny as hell after I got to the sideline, got some water, got to laugh about that shit.
Was that when McCole was with the Chiefs?
Yeah, it was when he was with the Chiefs. I feel like I talked more shit in college than I did in the league. I feel like in the league, it's funnier shit
Yeah,
talking than it is like personal. Besides receivers and DBs, receivers and DBs get it in.
for sure. They do a
They
lot
get
of
it in.
talking out there
Yeah.
because they can. They're standing around in between, runs. They kind of hanging out. They can talk. It's tougher to talk in the trenches, man. I never myself never been the best shit talker. I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of like an emotional talker on the field. Like if something happens, I do something good. I make a play. It's like, yeah, let's go. Like I'm the emotional type. I do have a funny story. Um, it was like the biggest fail of a shit talking moment I've ever had. This was a few years ago. We were playing the New England Patriots.
Mm.
Special teams was my thing. It was one of my better seasons I was having. Every kickoff return, I was hemming dudes up. This was the opening kickoff in New England. They were kicking off to us. You know how Gillette can go crazy, right? And the Patriots, they always want to test you, so they'll kick it to you. They're not going to kick a touchback the first time out, the first rattle out the box. Their best special teams player, future Hall of Famer Matthew Slater.
Mm.
I was
Tough
matched up
matchup.
on Slater,
Tough
right?
matchup. Tough
I was
matchup.
matched up
For
on
anybody out
Slater.
there watching, that is one of the toughest matchup you could draw.
Slater can go.
Week
He
to
can
week.
go. And I was excited. I'm excited about it because I'm
Yeah.
balling this season. Like, this is what I want. I want that
Do
matchup.
you want this matchup? Yes.
Anyways, they kick off. Boom, he's coming down as the 5. He's zigzagging. I'm squaring him up. He, I stay square, so I got to pick a side. He picks a side. Boom, I jump on him, catch him and like kind of underneath the shoulder pad and just drive, driving my feet, boom, pancake.
Ooh.
And I start, the emotional shit talking happens. So yeah, you bitch ass motherfucker. I walk away. The play is made. The tackle happens. He comes up. He's like, "Hey man, you don't gotta talk like that. You don't gotta say that." He said, "Hey, is everything okay, man? Is everything cool?" It was crazy, and I was like, damn, man. I almost said sorry. Like, yeah, bro, we cool. I'm just playing. It was the guiltiest I'd ever felt on a football field was when Matthew Slater came up to me and asked why I was using such foul language.
Hey.
Changing pace here. Flag football is coming to the 2028 Olympics.
We got this. This got to be
in
us.
LA, in Los Angeles. Come on.
We got to win this. I feel like it's meant for like, so we got that flag football coming. We got all the NBA stars going out for the next dream team. These are two things I feel like we got in the bag. Like this should be it.
There should be no competition. There will be no competition.
There's no competition at all. There shouldn't be any. Nah, there might be, and there might be. That's the thing. There is going to be competition, but with the innate skills we got at this specific sport, there shouldn't be any. Like we should.
The only way there's competition is if the Nigerian homies end up wanting to go and play for the homeland.
I still don't feel like they're that good at like skill positions. They're not. There's not enough skill position
in the league. I'm just trying to think of like the one country that has a lot of players in the NFL. Nigeria has.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of players, but I don't think like collectively they have enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
in
right.
skill position, like they got a lot of guys for sure, but all the skill positions, like I don't know if they got enough.
Yeah,
we got stars everywhere.
Right, because who's going to throw the pill for the Nigerian team?
Exactly. I mean, maybe there's a quarterback with some Nigerian in him. Who knows? I mean, he's got to be, but like they're gonna have to. Like I don't know. It's a lot. Oh, is that a new wrench thrown in there? I think our producers just giving us that there are other countries can recruit you. Now this make things interesting.
That could make things interesting.
This can make things interesting.
We talked to Peyton Pritchard a few weeks ago. Episode just dropped. Check it out if you haven't. And he said that South Sudan recruited him for the 2024 Olympics. South Sudan. You don't have to be Sudanese to play for South Sudan. So other countries
does he get any perks with that? Like, is he about to get the Ronaldo bag?
I don't think they put the Ronaldo bag on the table.
Would that have been like with the perks on the table?
It wasn't Abu Dhabi.
I feel like they might have fattened the deal a little bit if my dog Peyton would have pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Like
probably.
He could have been a star.
He'd been treated like a king anytime he hit South Sudan for the rest of his life.
Hey, my dog Peyton does his thing. Imagine my dog Peyton going out there getting a 50 ball out there for the South Side. They're gonna treasure him forever. Know his name forever. He'll always be that one guy who got 50 in the Olympics.
It's a fact. Who you drafting on your flag football team? Who's your first pick?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, 100%. He actually was quoted saying that the NFL, we got to all come together. We got to go. We got to go get
the number one overall pick would be Tyreek Hill. And then I'm just gonna go like some big receivers. I'm gonna get like Tyreek Hill stretch the field, one big tall receiver. It doesn't matter. Nobody's got anybody that can guard anybody, so just give me whoever. Because we're doing flag football, I'm going to turn this into a video game. So give me Lamar at QB.
Can you run the ball? Can you run the ball in flag
I don't
football?
know, but I'm not getting rid of any options. He's got a cannon for an arm.
That's true.
He's
I
got
think
a
it maybe
cannon for an arm, yeah, and he can run. So I'm just
yeah.
gonna. It's flag football, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're running go routes. I'm running goes, deep routes. This is what's going on, and like, so just give me Lamar at QB, and then the QB can't run. This now makes it interesting for me. Give me Shiesty then. I'm gonna go with Shiesty then, and whoever after that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care after that. Like,
I gotta imagine this is a McDaniel or Shanahan coach team.
yes.
Based on the way that they're dropping buckets right now. And
Yeah.
that system is one that the rest of the league cannot figure out right now. And they're running they're far in first and second place. It's a tie for third as far as just the productive, creative offenses around the league.
Dude, I don't know, man. Then you got McVay, bro, who somehow finds random people and makes
True.
them into star receivers.
It's true.
Like, I'm not gonna say this kid was random or Cooper Cup was random, but it's just more so like, dang, they came out balling like that. Like, ain't nobody,
I
like,
mean,
you missing a
comes from
guy who
the
got a
same
triple crown,
system.
and then there's a young kid who on there, like you said, there's a young kid in there at BYU crushing it, like crushing it. So I mean, there's a couple of systems that work. It's just interesting how it works. I think that all those coaches do a good job of like taking advantage of the rules and what the NFL is now today.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
they
they
were
all
all on the same staff coming up. They can all come from the Shanahan tree, from Mike Shanahan. I think they were all in Washington together, McDaniel, Kyle, and McVay, which is crazy to think about.
That is pretty crazy. It's just wild, you know, like, and dang, and I mean, they doing their thing though. Like you said, they're productive. And it's
100%.
not like the system has changed crazy. They run the same things they've been running. Sticking to their guns. You got to
Game's
respect.
evolving. The game is evolving. Speaking of the evolution of the game, college football continues to surprise me. Utah, the Utes, every scholarship player on the Utah Utes got a pickup truck.
It's lit. It's lit.
Got a pickup truck, and all they got to do is tweet for it. They tweeting for trucks over there.
Tweeting for trucks, T for T's. Hey, that's
Crazy,
live,
man.
man. I think that's pretty dope. I got no problems with it. Hopefully these kids are responsible and can drive a little bit. But I think that's pretty awesome. You know, one less thing they got to worry about. It's taken care of, and just hopefully they actually like. I mean, it's a bunch of college kids though, so hopefully, I hope for the best, and these kids do the right thing with them. And you know what usually happens with a bunch of kids in free type of trucks, or what would happen when I was in college in free trucks, doesn't happen.
Yeah. So the headlines didn't say this, but the student athletes were not gifted the truck to own. They leased the truck for 6 months, and obviously they lose it if they end up transferring away or can't play or whatever. And I'm thinking like, okay, I guess that's could be a decent business model for the dealership, maybe. But I'm curious, DJ, if you were the owner of the car dealership and you were giving out trucks, what would you need those student athletes to do for you?
I mean, we would need some commercials.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I guess it would depends on how much quote unquote money I got to get rid of, like taxes, how successful I am in a business. Because I might not care if like I'm from there, you know what I'm saying? I live there, I'm doing well enough to where I have to give something away tax wise, this and the third, or just to make things right books wise. This might be this might be something that fills my heart. If I was like, you know what I'm saying, a business owner, we're doing well enough, and I have to find somewhere to spend the money on something. Like maybe maybe this is in my marketing budget. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe this is whatever it is for.
Well, crazy enough, DJ, the time may be soon upon us when Clemson comes and holler and say, "Hey, man, we need a deal for our kids. We're trying to get, we're looking at these transfer portals. We're looking at this recruiting. DJ, we know you own a car dealership or, the trucks. DJ, you're an entrepreneurial guy. What can you give us? How can you help the program win?"
Yeah. I'm gonna need my name on something. I'm more of that guy. I'm more of like a legacy guy. Like just like
Right.
1 year of like y'all promoting my truck's not gonna do it for me. I'm gonna more so need like my name on something. That way, one day I can take Rocky, show him my family, this and the third. Like this is me. This is us. But and I would like to be a part of that, like something like that with people. I don't think it just like have to be about. I'd be down, but I think it. I'd also want control on like what I was getting to spend my money on, like not specific athletes or anything, but what is this going towards? Like, how are we breaking this down? This and the third, like those type of things. But I'd be willing to give. But I'm coming there like Suge Knight, man. I'm strong arming. I need something.
Yeah.
I need
I'm gonna need
something.
some legacy.
I need something. Like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't condone all his actions. Not shout out to him, but I need something.
No doubt.
Come in strong arm. I need something.
I gave to my high school.
How much?
I gave $5,000.
Oh, see,
But the trick was I really gave 2,500, and the NFL matched me. Gave the other 2,500 through one of the programs because I was supporting football program. The NFL was trying to grow the game, and I'm, NFL player, et cetera. So they matched me, and similar to you, I wanted it to be used for something specific. And one of the options was the logo on the practice field. So I funded the logo on the practice field. And also similar to you, I like legacy and I like my name on something. The field was gifted by Joey Harrington. So it's the Joey Harrington Field. And because Joey already got his name on the field, it was a tough ask for me to come and say, "Hey, can this be called the Brennan Scarlett logo?" Because it just doesn't hit right. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean this guy donated the logo? What, he helped paint it? Like, so I didn't quite get the legacy piece, but the logo lives on the Central Catholic practice field because of your boy.
Hey, man, there you go. You gotta give more though, bro. See, I already know what I want.
Is that not enough?
I already know what I want at Clemson because I've strong armed my high school. This has started at the local level already.
Okay.
I brought some new helmets. We got a new scoreboard.
Damn.
And you know what happens every time? This touchdown is brought to you by ASNF, DJ Reader, big scoreboard. It's lit. It's lit.
This touchdown is brought to you by DJ Reader?
ASNF Foundation, you know what I'm saying? All that. Yeah, everything. It's
damn.
Hey.
That's fire. How much did you give?
Like 30 on the what's his name? I think I'm giving like 30 total. But then you got the NFL match, and then so I've beefed it up a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you immediately add strong arming. You should have went in there with the plan of like, this is what I'm doing. If I'm giving this is what y'all gotta give me. That you got a strong arm off rip, or they're not trying to give you anything. That's anywhere, bro. I'm learning nowadays.
Well, when the time comes and B-Scar TV is watched by millions of people and I got the money, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to up my donation to Central Catholic. I'm gonna be strong arming. I'm gonna come to you and ask how I should do it.
Oh man, it's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know because I'm gonna be strong arming you for my segment. I'm gonna be like, hey, look, hey,
Hey, Deej and Beej, come on now.
this PhD,
Bring me
man,
off
going
feet.
crazy. You
Yeah,
see the
bring me
rating?
off feet. Hey, Deej and Beej is gonna grow right alongside Peace Guard TV, baby.
Oh man.
There was an interesting thing that has come out with JJ Redick. He was
Mm-hmm.
quoted and saying, I grew up in the NBA. The teams I was on, we had plenty of motivational speakers. Some of them I really took a lot from, and a few were impactful for our team. None of those talks were recorded and then posted to social media. What are we doing now? Is the locker room not sacred? He said this, and his co host, Jay Bilas, essentially said that the locker room, the game, every aspect of the game, the huddle, the coaches' words to their players is all being run to make a dollar. And it's all
Correct.
about the money. And content is sucking every piece from the game that it possibly can and trying to monetize it. And so it's no longer a sacred space. What are your thoughts about being on social media and everything that was once sacred and shared just between teammates and locker rooms? What are your thoughts on it now being shared with the world?
I think it's a double edged sword. I think because there's so much that can be positive that comes from it that you do want to record and have cameras, I guess, in those spaces and understanding and maybe to cue things up and clip things and this type of thing. But I don't I do think that there's also sacredcy and privilege to having that locker room, to making it to that level of ball, or doing these things, or it should be about the team. So I understand keeping those things sacred and how much it means to the guy, how much more genuine to me as a player it feels when it is sacred, because it feels like it's about us. But I also understand like it there's a million other people who are never going to get to this level or be able to have these conversations or these talks with any of these people that could be inspired by a clip that was said by JJ Watt or something that was said by Prime or this and the third. Like, so it's like, what is it right to starve people of that kind of information? Is the thing when you have like complete access to it. I think that's the part that I struggle with as a player. Because yes, you want your private life and you want to understand, but also it your what you're doing, your routine, whether it be your routine, something as simple as your routine, your how you do this, how you go about this, your mentality, that can inspire like the next generation to go be great. So it's tough. I don't necessarily I don't like it all the time because it doesn't feel genuine sometimes. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Or sometimes it
yeah.
does feel staged and
Yep.
this, that, and the third, but it's also like you like I just said, like you are possibly taking away the opportunity to inspire greatness somewhere else too.
Right. Right. No, I 100% agree with that. I don't mind, don't care if there's an audience that wants to consume the content that's created from those sacred moments. What I'd be more fearful of is that those moments feel fake, don't feel as real, don't feel as genuine because there are cameras around.
Yeah,
And in if that's what is a product of that content being shared out with the world, is that those moments become more and more fugazi, then I'm not a fan.
yeah,
But I will say that I think that some players um, will speak up in the locker room or in the huddle or break down the huddle or whatever with optics in mind anyways. And
Yes.
somebody, whether a camera's there or not, it'll
Correct.
feel fake because they just want that attention or want to be positioned that way or whatever. You can just tell it's not real. It doesn't
Yes.
feel real. And so regardless of if the camera is there or not, there's always been, for all of time, people who do certain things for optics. So I don't necessarily think the camera changes that. I think that people, if they have something genuine to say to the team and they're really trying to lead their team, then they'll do that regardless of if the camera is there or
Or
not.
not. Correct. And I think that the biggest, like you said, I think a lot of times it's going to be perceived as fake just with the way media and stuff is today. And I don't like that part.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there's a lot of time when it is genuine and then it's being put out there and it's perceived as, oh, well, this is fake. They doing this and do that. And that's not necessarily the case most of the time. But there are, like you said, and everybody knows it's fake when it is fake. Like when it's not genuine, when you have that, everybody has that rah-rah person maybe in the locker room, and you know when those talks aren't real when they are. But I
Yeah.
also feel like you being like me and you having been experienced a bunch of those talks or being in a bunch of those meetings, when someone genuinely comes and talks to you, whether you're through TV, you're recording, you're any, if you can't see that that's real and they're being 100, then like you just don't really get it.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's one of those things you can really take away from the game.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be monetized though. Like I don't think that's the part I don't like sometimes. I think people are putting a lot of things out for clicks. Leave
Right.
them positive messages out. Leave the like, maybe put some of the negative, but like I think everyone who people who are being shared and sharing those stories should be painted in a light like they came to talk to you
Yeah.
in like they came to talk to you personally. So you should paint them in a positive light or give them respect when you paint them in
Yeah.
this light that you're going to paint them. Don't paint them in a negative light when you ask them to come do this, and the third. Like it should only be positive cues from whatever that
Right.
experience was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I feel that. And I think you bring up a good point around whether it should be monetized or not, right? Because these sacred moments, that speech that a player gives or that a coach gives, and then is shared out by the team or by this distribution platform or this social media handle, and money is made from that, but that money don't never come back to the player or the coach that was giving those speeches. So it's like, all right, you're going to leverage, my personal care and love and passion for this game, and then you're going to go make money on it, but
Yeah,
then you're not going to pay it back to me. I think that's where it gets tricky.
that's where it's
I
tricky.
guess that's kind of what you sign up for when you sign that contract.
And the least they can do is paint you in a positive light if that's what they're going to be doing. Like, you
Facts.
know what I'm saying? If you
Facts.
took the time, no matter what was said, you know what I'm saying? Unless it was something crazy or OD, if they're going to take their time to monetize on it and put it out on their platform, like paint me in the best light possible.
100%. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Speaking of being painted in a positive light, Smoking Joe, aka Joe Burrow, is being painted as a good friend of Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
His tunnel fit. He was rocking some Kid Cudi sneakers. I didn't even know Kid Cudi has sneakers. But then he was asked about it in his post-game interview. He called Kid Cudi by his first name. I didn't even know Kid Cudi had a first name, but they on a first name basis. Now his first name was Kid. But Kid Cudi, man, and Joe Burrow are great friends. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew him and Scott were homies, man. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Kid Cudi because I don't know.
Hey, all right.
I don't know if me and him
Yeah,
homies.
Scott.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I knew they were homies, man. And they are close. They're really good friends. I got the opportunity, like after the Super Bowl when we played and Kid Cudi performed our little after Super Bowl party, to go on stage like Joe and them. He seems like a really cool guy, man. They got a really good relationship. Joe's like really, he cares about his friends too, so I'm sure it's a really, really good relationship.
That's dope, bro. I feel like Joe Burrow's almost too young for Cudi's music. I am personally a big fan
I
of
feel
Kid
like
Cudi.
he's like right in that that age where you start like exploring music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like middle school, when you start like right when you like can get your iPad and stuff or your iPod or wait for your parents to download your own
Yeah,
stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying, get your music going. Like you're not always in the car with them. You're on
right.
school stuff. And that's like the time you start to explore. So I think like he's got older brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh,
So I think he's got like, you know what I'm saying, like a
yeah.
background in music.
Because I was going to ask, how old is Joe? Joe is
And
20,
and
20 26,
yeah,
twenty
he's
six
not
years
far
old.
behind.
So
Like,
Kid Cudi was probably like, yeah, his big bros music. Because I was listening to Cudi maybe like freshman year of high school. So he
facts.
must
And
have
is
been
Cudi
like
from
elementary,
Ohio
middle
too?
school.
Is Cudi from Ohio?
I don't know where Kid
I
Cudi's
think Cudi
from.
might be an Ohio guy, so I think that
Okay.
also like that adds into it. You're gonna listen to your local guys like no matter
Yeah,
wherever
right.
you are. But shout out to Scott, man. Joe Shiesty, him and Cudi have a really good relationship, man. And I think that they get along. The fit was crazy. The shoes were super dope. They were really dope. I had like a high school phase where I was just like sitting there in my car, just like literally zoning out to Cudi all the time. It was either him or like Wiz or one of those guys at all times.
Yeah. Oh, you were zoned out, all right.
Yep.
uh Speaking of music, Drake, Drizzy Drake
Drake.
finally dropped the For All the Dogs album
Mm-hmm.
that the people have been waiting for a long time coming. October's very own. He does it again. What are your initial reactions from the project?
Great album, man. It's a great album. He did a great job. That's all I got to say. I don't want all the Drake fans to come at me. I don't need this smoke. It was great. It's a good time. I enjoyed couple of songs on there. Hey, Drake
Yeah,
really doesn't usually always. He doesn't always get spins in my car, but everybody else plays it, so I don't have to play it as much.
right.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
for
act
sure.
like I don't know the Drake song. But I mean, production's amazing. I'm a big production guy. Me and you talk about this. We're big on production. Production's amazing. Some of the features are really, really good. Bars are they cool. It's cool. It's something that I'm sure I'll be hearing more of as I go out and explore in life throughout these next couple weeks. So
Yeah.
what about you? What you think, man?
First, the thing with Drake's projects, it always takes a little bit of time to sink in. So I've, the first my first listen my first time through it, I always just hear the music, just hearing it. And my second time through, I'm really listening. And I gotta say I'm still kind of in that like second, third, fourth comb through where I'm really trying to listen to what he's saying. Some some of the tracks off rip jump off the page. 8 a.m. in Charlotte goes hard. Um, Amen with Tizo touchdown goes crazy. Away from home goes crazy. But some of the other ones I'm just taking me a little time to really find a love in.
Hmm.
But that's happened on other albums with me too. I will
Okay.
say with that, Tizo touchdown is fire. Tizo touchdown has the most unique sound of any artist that I've heard in a long time. I can't
What's
even put
crazy is
a
a
timeline
bunch of
on it.
people have been telling me to like, I need to check Tizo touchdown out.
Bro, his shit's fucking tight, man. He sounds like his last album. He has some like Panic at the Disco vibes, but he's rapping, but then he's also singing. He's like R&B, he's rock. He's in his costume. He's got some football pads on and nails in his head. He dresses cool. Like he's just an interesting cat, and his sound is just so unique because it reminds me of like 2000, early 2000s, early aughts rock music.
Is this like how you would be as an artist? Is like Tizo Touchdown, like your spirit animal as an artist? Is this what you would be? Ooh, I like this ponder.
Well, I am an artist, and I
I
don't
mean, are you a
necessarily.
rapper? Can you
I'm not a
rap?
rap. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I don't know. Like for me, I base my performance in like art all in to like who I am. Tizo Touchdown and a lot of these rappers take on a persona that's like very separate than
Then
who
what?
they
Who they
are in
are as a
real life.
person? Exactly.
In
Okay,
real
gotcha.
life, you know what I mean? He's like a fictional character, like that
You
character
are
that
like,
he created.
yeah. You're
I
showing the
I struggle
creativity
to
of
do
who
that.
you. Okay.
Yeah, I struggle to like detach myself from like the thing. And so I don't know if Tizo, like I respect it 100%. I respect Tizo Touchdown. I respect a guy like Ludacris, Chris Bridges. That's a completely different person, right? Like I was gonna say Eminem,
You
but
think
I,
so? I
I
feel like
almost feel
Ludacris
like
pretty similar to that guy. Like
no
that's who he is.
way, bro. What?
What?
Chicken and beer is
It was.
nothing like Chris Bridges.
Yeah, it is. I feel like he's just like awesome, silly guy. He's smart as hell. That like kind of not like kind of nerdy dude in the hood who's still gangster as hell, and everybody fool with him. And I feel like that's been him forever. It's the same. It's just crossed over well into a movie.
But Ludacris had nothing nerdy about him. There was nothing
I
nerdy
felt like
about
he was
chicken
like
and beer and the afro with the
felt
with
like
the
I
chops.
I felt like it was because his creativity was OD. He was dumb smart. It wasn't like he was just on some ignorant shit. Like he was on ignorant shit, playing on like this is what the South is. It wasn't like oh,
Right?
I'm just
Yeah.
this ignorant fucker out here doing like no, he's like being creative, the big shoe on stand. Like he's like and then like having his own stuff, being like, like he was, I don't know.
Stand up.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking
Stand
like
up.
it was genius behind that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
there's
fact.
two
That's a
like
fact,
and
bro.
I feel like it was all calculated. I don't think that was like a yo, I'm gonna do this. Like, and then the transition was smooth and like he's had to be a
Yeah.
smart dude and had to be pretty like into his stuff to like over the years of where he came from to where he is now, for there to not really be a like you didn't hear like Ludacris in the news or he doing some stupid shit. You didn't hear like this and the third, blase, blase. Like he's been pretty clean with coming out with all that music and then just going crazy with the acting shit. Like I feel like he stuck to him, man. Stuck to his guns, just made it work.
Nah, you're right. There is that creativity, and there was obviously genius behind what he was doing. Genius behind what Tizo Touchdown is currently doing.
Yeah,
So there is ingrained in these characters are pieces of their,
they're artists.
true identity and their true artistry. So I mean, I never thought about or never perceived Ludacris that character, that artist in that way of how smart it was and how he took kind of this like stereotypical South and then like made it fun and made it sound
Made
good
it
and made it
cool, made it fun.
swaggy
Yeah.
and it was a whole cultural movement, but it was like intentional. So no, that's a cool way to understand it. I felt like the Red Light District was a slept on album. There was some
Mm.
slappers on there.
Oh, you were a fan. Hey,
Blueberry
you're a
Yum
Luda
Yum.
guy, huh?
Oh
You
yeah,
know
I
the
fuck with Luda,
hits. You
bro.
know the
I
hits.
fuck with Luda.
Hey,
Yeah,
what
he
was
was on my iTunes. I bought the album on
oh,
iTunes,
okay. Okay. When you
99
had to
cents
buy
a
the gift
song,
card and use the scratch off, get the oh man.
14.99 for the premium one. Swipe, mom's debit card, swipe.
White.
Mom trying to buy the chicken and beer album. Make sure it's clean. All right, swipe.
Nah. I'm buying the regular Sean Parental advisory right on it. Stamp
I ain't
it.
gonna lie, bro. I was a good kid, man. Clean albums.
You bought the clean one? No.
Clean albums.
I no. My dad,
Only
make sure
clean
it's
albums,
clean.
bro.
No.
Until I got my hands on LimeWire. When I got my hands on LimeWire, all
Oh,
the
I was
rules
on.
went out the
I'm
window.
gonna tell you, I was on LimeWire early because my dad was the dad who had all the mixed CDs, all of them. So he taught me. I was doing this shit when I was like
Oh,
9.
so he showed you how it was
Oh yeah,
done.
I was burning. I was like getting lists in middle school, getting people's lists, like going home burning mixtapes. Don't
That's
get me
tight.
government. Don't watch this and come back. It's a statute of limitations. I'm 28 now. I'm good. But I was burning CDs, going crazy, and so like I've been on LimeWire a minute. Like
Yeah.
I was that kid. Like I had every album leaked before it came out. Everything. I was selling them to the barbershop when I'm in 7th grade. I'm getting the
Oh,
albums.
wow.
Oh, I got a hustle going. I'm getting
You was
paper,
getting to it.
getting to it. What would be your rap name, Scar? If you had a rap name, what's your Scar? What's your rap name?
B-Scar.
It's a pretty solid name.
It's
It's very
already there. You know
very
what I
solid.
mean?
It is
Would you be Grave Dave?
for sure.
Little Beej. That's crazy. I will never be Little Beej.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
That's wild. Back in the day, I was Master B. I was Master B back in the day. And this is influenced by Lil Romeo, P.
Mm-hmm.
Miller, Master P.
Mm-hmm.
Huge influences of my childhood. Master B. That's what I used to when I used to burn people's CDs. Master B and Sharpie on every CD.
CD?
And then I'd write the names of artists around like the CD, so I had like little artwork. Beautiful times, man. Beautiful times. Well, good Lord, Deej. It's always good to talk with you, man. I'm glad you y'all are rattling off some dubs. You've
Man,
moved
much
into your new place. You got some plants pumping fresh oxygen into your crib. Abstract
clean.
art to keep you grounded. You're doing good over there, man.
Hey man, trying to do my thing over here, man. You know, like you said, I got the art, some new oxygen coming in with these plants. I'm just hoping I can keep them alive. I'm new to this plant dad, man, so I'll be checking in with you for some tips. Just make sure I'm doing this thing right. How often are you watering over there? Like what do different like what plants, what do they require here? How do you keep a track of this?
Weekly,
Okay.
weekly. Sometimes I'll do more than 1 week if I just feel like they need it. There's a piece of intuition here too.
Please, if you're all watching this, y'all see how that just left me confused. Like it went from weekly to
Nah,
made me,
bro. Sometimes you walk by a plant and you can feel it. You look at the soil, looks a little dry. So okay, I'm gonna water you today. It's not your day. It's not Sunday, or it's not Water Wednesday. So I'm gonna just water you, and then you water it, and then you could put your ear close to the soil, and you can hear it start crackling. That's how you know it's drinking. And then sometimes maybe it doesn't need water, but feel like it needs something, and you take the leaf and you pet it, and you kind of pull it and you wipe the dust off it. It's also important. Make sure you're wiping the dust. And you also got to make sure you prune. You got to prune your plants.
What's pruning?
That means that you're cutting off some of the extra growth so that it will grow in a little bit fuller. I'll show you.
That's the name of this episode. What's pruning?
So this is a little polka dot plant right here. And
Is that
see,
the actual name, or did you make that name up?
no, it's polka dot plant. See, it got polka dots
No,
on
I
it.
know it's got polka dots on it, but I don't know.
No,
Like,
I mean
hey,
it's not the actual species of the plant, but people call it the polka dot plant.
okay, cool. I didn't just. This isn't want you to just
So
be
now
creepy.
look, what happened was it was I took this on the plane. I brought this from Miami, so Miami to Portland. It got a little messed up. So then all of these little things start growing out wide, right? You see this little guy just hanging out, and then there was another one that was growing out wide right here.
Mm-hmm.
It snapped off recently because the plant doesn't have to send energy to this end piece. All of that energy gets sent
To
into
the
the
middle.
middle, into what's remaining. It's crazy. So that's why you got to prune so that you can
So you're gonna
stop
cut
the
off all the
flow of
rest of the edge
energy.
pieces?
Huh?
Are you gonna cut the rest of the edge pieces?
I've been thinking about it, but I kind of like how it hangs like that.
Pause. Couldn't let that
You
one
see
go.
that hang right there, man? That's a good hang right there, man. It's been another episode of Beej and Deej. Appreciate y'all all for tuning in.
Hey, man.
Deej, wish you the best of luck this upcoming Sunday. And may the football gods bless you.
As
With
they
not
always
just a
do,
QB
man.
hit, but a sack. We'll holler at you next time.
Appreciate you, man. Hope you have a great day.
Hell yeah. Peace.